The time of hit and run is over. Iran targets U.S. facilities in Kuwait. This happens just like a day or two after Iran drone striked the Kuwait International Airport, right, and injured dozens of people or whatever. Recently, the ceasefire negotiations between the U.S. and Iran have basically fallen apart, and they've been launching a new barrage of attacks on U.S. air bases and various other U.S. allied targets like the Kuwait International Airport over the last week or so. Tensions rose in the Persian Gulf overnight as Iran fired missiles and drones towards Kuwait and Bahrain. The multi-pronged barrage led to panic, activated air defense warning sirens, and sent commuters scrambling for safety across Kuwait's highways. In response to the attack, the United States launched airstrikes on Iranian military sites, further escalating the conflict. Yeah, there's no way that a ceasefire is anytime in the near future, right? It's very clear based on this and based on the demands that Iran has been making for Israel to pull out of Lebanon and stop fighting Hezbollah, that they have no intent to make a ceasefire here. They have no intent to stop the war, and that it will continue for the foreseeable future. In Kuwait, the assault turned an ordinary evening into a scene of absolute chaos. Wild footage shared widely on social media captures the gridlocked traffic on a major Kuwaiti highway as air raid sirens wail in the background. Desperate motorists are seen abandoning their vehicle and fleeing on foot as anti-air interceptors streak into the night sky to meet the incoming threats. Very similar to the footage you see in Israel when their Iron Dome knocks missiles sent from Lebanon or Iran or wherever out of the sky. I'm pretty sure Kuwait is like a sort of a U.S. ally, and so I wouldn't be surprised if the technology they're using is literally the exact same stuff. The guys in this video must be very close to the launchers, because you can see them shooting out from pretty close by. Yeah, look, you can see those missiles being fired from like they must be less than a kilometer away from the interceptor, because those are not the Iranian drones or missiles coming in. Those are interceptor missiles being shot out towards them into the sky. I wonder if that's maybe like a U.S. military base over there or something, or Kuwaiti military base. In the Ardea district, residential areas faced terrifying close calls when what happened to be a failed air defense interceptor came crashing back down, narrowly missing homes but intensifying panic. The Kuwaiti military quickly issued emergency broadcasts urging the public to remain calm, head to the nearest safe shelter, and follow strict safety protocols. According to a statement released by U.S. Central Command, the Iranian strike package completely failed to hit its intended targets. CENTCOM confirmed that 2 ballistic missiles fired towards Kuwait either fell short or broke apart in transit. Meanwhile, a trio of missiles targeting Bahrain, home to the U.S. Navy's 5th Fleet, were successfully intercepted and destroyed by a combined effort from U.S. and Bahraini air defense forces. Furthermore, American naval assets shot down 3 one-way attack drones launched by Iran that were tracking towards civilian commercial vessels in regional waters. In immediate response to the attempted attacks, American forces conducted self-defense strikes against an Iranian military ground control station in Qeshm Island, located in the strategic Strait of Hormuz. Explosions were reported by local residents on the island shortly after. All Iranian attacks on American and partner forces failed, CENTCOM stated, adding that no U.S. or allied personnel were harmed. CENTCOM forces remain vigilant and ready to defend against unwanted Iranian aggression during the ongoing ceasefire. How can you call it an ongoing ceasefire if both sides are literally shooting missiles at each other, right? I'm pretty sure in response to this, it literally just said American forces conducted self-defense strikes against an Iranian military ground control station in Qeshm Island, located in the strategic Strait of Hormuz, right? How can you call that a ceasefire, right? Clearly, the ceasefire is officially broken if one side is shooting missiles at you or drones at you and you are shooting them back. I don't know how they can possibly call that a ceasefire if both sides are literally violating it. The strikes come just hours after the U.S. Navy disabled an unladen oil tanker bound for Iran's Karg Island after it repeatedly ignored maritime warnings, part of an ongoing U.S. naval blockade. What does it mean a U.S. Navy disabled an unladen oil tanker, right? Does that just mean they blew it up? Or the wording they use is disabled, it seems a little bit strange to me. Kuwait's cabinet, led by Prime Minister Sheikh Ahmed Abdullah Al Ahmad Al Sabah. Wow, that's a long name. I wonder if he's like is it like a Tribe Called Quest? Like you got to say the whole thing? Like we can't just call him Ahmed? Like,
now hold up, Slickback.
No, that's a pimp named Slickback.
That's what I said, Slickback.
No, it's a pimp named Slickback, like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
I like to think that he makes his friends say the whole thing. You got to say the whole thing. It's like a pimp named Slickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You can say the whole thing. Issued a blistering condemnation of Tehran, calling the strikes a direct threat to civilians and critical infrastructure. Kuwaiti officials warned that the attacks undermine international stabilization efforts and asserted Kuwait's sovereign right under Article 51 of the UN Charter to take any necessary measures to protect its national security. Yeah, of course it undermines international stabilization efforts, right? It literally ends any pretense or any pretending ceasefire that was ongoing, right?